Come out. I know you're here. Are they gone? Must have spooked them. Oh, you bastard. This one's good as dead. You can't hide me. You're...
Slow now. Let's have no trouble. Is someone messing with me? God. Must have spooked them.
just grab castle off druids, he says. Like it's an easy job. Then he's all surprised when it gets short shrift, the mad bugger.
If my mom could only see me now, she'd be bloody furious.
Don't you go asking for trouble or you'll get it.
Spineless bastard. They've gone.
Steady now. We'll have no strife.
Sorry it came from this way. No, here. We've done a runner. Nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble. Eyes open. Something's out there.
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the authority of the quarantine protocol. Acts of banditry and other breaches of the penal charter will be severely punished. In the name of Queen and country, follow protocol or face the consequences.
Well. Just look what the cat dragged in. Pay attention. This village is under military occupation per the quarantine protocol. You're new round here, eh? Which means you're free to enter. Just keep your nose clean, all right? What are you gawping at? Like I said, you're free to enter the village. Move on. Just like that. Captain's orders. He says any stranger might be important. So we just send any like you his way. Unless you're an outlaw, of course. Or worse. I reckon he'd be keen to see you right away. Last I heard, Captain Sims was down by the bandstand. Present yourself to him toot sweet, if you know what's good for you.
Well, should I shoot him, Sarge? I don't know
You
why
should
the
not.
locals act like that.
Do they look
They're
like an
protecting
outlaw
them,
to you?
The bloody ungrateful No, Sarge.
There we go then. Outlaws we shoot, strangers we let in. Captain's orders. Not sure I like the look. Not sure I like the look of you. I don't see him. Is it over?
Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help.
Look, for the underlying, we're here to protect civilians and get this mess sorted out.
All right. Get a lot sorted out by kicking the elderly out
Stay
of the
to
rooms,
this
do you?
place.
You know
Leave
what the
tomorrow
captain
if we
said?
could. We have to move anybody vulnerable inside the inner perimeter.
Vulnerable! The bloody cheek of you! Ah, at least the outlaws have the common decency to rub us blind and not tell us it for our own bloody good.
Right, listen to me, you old knout. Orders is orders. You obey orders, or it's the jug for you.
You'd never took us in the piss. I'd die there. You'd never.
Watch me. You should be thanking us for protecting you. You know that?
I suppose so.
You suppose so? Let me hear you say it.
Blasted,
Thank you. Thank you for protecting us.
That's better. Gather your tat and get out. Keep your nose clean.
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in outlaw activity on Slattern Dale. Avoid Slattendale until the area is once again declared safe.
Just when the music was getting good. And this all happens.
It has come to my attention again that despite warning, certain among you are still pursuing prohibited.
They should just paint the boundary wall institutional green and call this whole country a lunatic asylum.
I all seem very quaint and harmless. But these are not normal times. This area is under martial law. And I will not tolerate your casual
Not
heresies.
even food convoys coming in.
The next person we catch flogging this man will be lucky if they just end up in internment. I would remind you that the protocol is here for a reason. It is here to be obeyed. Dismissed. Well, well.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect.
Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from? If you've wandered out there and survived, then you're doing better than most. But I'm sure there's more to you than that, eh? In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol. You are permitted to move freely through the village. For now, at least. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. I hope it'll be reciprocated. But don't go causing any trouble here. Is that clear? And if trouble finds you, make sure you report it. Post haste. Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. Perhaps we can continue this little chat in the village hall. I simply want to ask you a few questions. The nature of the discussion rather depends on how forthcoming you are. Now, follow me, if you will. You might have caught some of my speech. I'm afraid the villagers
Not sure about
often
you.
require our rules to be drummed into them. Most stay in line.
We started
Some
off right.
find
by
themselves
stupid
inclined towards
men.
forbidden
Shame we can't
pagan
do that,
practices.
yes.
The sooner we stamp out such
Hands
things,
away from any
better.
weapons, you.
The woods are still off limits. If you need to approach the woods for foraging, request an escort at the village hall.
Keep the peace, civvy.
State of this place. Leave tomorrow if we could.
Wish to see you, but just let me show him what I can do. We're getting nothing done here.
You're here. It's time we got down to brass tacks, wouldn't you say? I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some information. this isn't Scarborough, with holidaymakers just swanning about the place. No, being a visitor here puts you in a very unique position. I want to know where you came from. I want to know what you can tell me about the outside. Trust me, you will be much better off aiding protocol than crossing us. Be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving this blasted place. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress towards such an outcome. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given. So I ask again, did you come from the outside? What do you know? Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprison strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now. I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origins. In the meantime, be wary of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments some of the locals may try to foist on you. Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. Do I make myself clear? And if you still wish to have protocol's aid, you'll just have to make yourself useful to me in other ways. The civilians in this village are a shady lot. Resistant to discipline and up to no good. I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious of you. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a patrol in, of course, but a softer approach might prove more efficacious. Good day to you. Stay out of trouble, eh?
This blasted place.
Watch yourself, civvy.
Citizens of Wyndham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Report early.
A new customer. How'd you do?
Welcome to Wyndham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? There are saviours and protectors. Well, that's their story, any road. They came in when the government built them walls around the place. Don't think the plan was for them to get trapped in here, same as us, but here they are. Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Morris Wick, owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer, if you fancy. Not too interested in those. Thank you for your business. Get new stock in now and then, so come back any time. I might have something new for you. Big explosion, that's what. I remember it woke the whole village. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there. The soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine, that there weren't no radioactivity to be frit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol, they called it. Temporary, my hat. Look at them walls. Nowt temporary about them, is there? We had no choice but to take it on the chin. So we did. Well, most of us did, anyhow. In the months after the disaster, some people started to turn a bit odd. Nothing bad, just different, you know. kept going on about the soil calling to them. People you'd known your whole life, proper sober folk, suddenly talking about a new purpose. Then one night, they all upped and marched off into woods. Soldiers have been properly down about any talk, since that might sound a bit, pagan. I shouldn't be talking about it neither.
Citizens of